Oh wow, I picked an anime song to come in on. I was in the middle of streaming on Twitch, and I got a tweet from somebody informing me that there was some Labo news. And since this is a YouTube channel dedicated, to breaking Labo news, I figured I should drop everything and watch it. So it's me, Etika. I know it's a short trailer, but whatever. It took me like an hour and a half to watch a 10-minute trailer. So however long this one is, just multiply that times 15. That's how long it'll take me to watch it. Anyways, I'm not set up at all. I've managed to stay pretty spoiler free about it, as much as is reasonable. So I'm going to get that pulled up for you. Put that on my second monitor. Actually, what if I just put it on this monitor? I'll just go to Nintendo's YouTube channel. Let's see. It's not on Nintendo's YouTube channel. Weird. Well, I think somebody linked it to me. Let me pull up that. Oh hell yeah, this song goes hard. All right, let me pull this hyperlink. Here it is. Thank you, Braden Allen Net on Twitter, for the hyperlink. Oh, it's a Game Explain link. Never mind. That's not what I want. No shade. I just would like to watch the actual trailer. Is it only on like the Japanese Nintendo channel? Oh, it's on their Twitter. Well, shit, man. Let me pull that up. Nintendo's so weird, man. Oh no, it's like this is a full 90-second trailer. Game Explain is the trailer. They just posted it. Oh shit, they didn't like do commentary on it? All right, well then fuck it. Let's just watch the Game Explain version. Yeah, it's the exact same length. All right, that's perfect. All right. Well, in that case, I'll turn down these tunes. I'll pull up the old YouTube video, and I'll switch over to monitor 1 here. Ooh, I'm red. And I'm also gonna fix the cropping. I was editing a YouTube video over on Twitch. I was streaming my Premiere Pro editing process. And then Hale in the chat and a few other people were like, hey, this Labo shit just came out. And I was like, I care about that. See Mario's World in a whole new way with Nintendo Labo VR. So here's what I suspect this is before we watch it. I feel like it's probably worth like saying what I think this is. Because I remember when Labo VR came out, I saw a lot of people speculating that it's like, oh, what if you could play Breath of the Wild in VR? And I was like, my instinct was like, bitch, the Nintendo Switch can barely run Breath of the Wild at like 28 frames a second, only rendering one eyeball at a time at like sub 720p resolution. There is no universe in which the Switch is going to be able to play Breath of the Wild in VR, just period. But this news seems to contradict that somehow. I do think, and if you had asked me a week ago, if they were to do something, what it would be, I do think that what they would let you do is do some fucking, I don't know why this is where my head is going, but do you remember the document of Metal Gear Solid 2? Nobody does. But it was a PS2 game where you could it was like a whole bunch of interviews and documentaries and texts and character models and stuff like that for MGS2. Like what I think they would do is like let you pick any level in Mario Odyssey from a list and look around it, or pick certain areas in Breath of the Wild and look around them with like no care, like just strip all the content out. So it's not playable. It's like, oh, you can look around and it's in VR. But it says reveal trailer. Like that would not be newsworthy enough for a reveal trailer, I don't think. So maybe I'm wrong. But again, that string of text, see Mario's world in a whole new way, kind of. Anyways, let's see if I'm right or wrong. I think I'm right. Interesting. A bite-sized bonus experience in simple, family-friendly VR. Keep in mind, by the way, that you're going to be... Well, no, yes, you are. You're going to be playing it like this. You're going to be playing Mario Odyssey with the Joy-Cons plugged into your controller, holding it up to your face. Just to be 100% clear, unless people like jerry-rig their own Velcro strap. Anyways. Okay, there's 3 levels. This still seems kind of sick. Because you know what this reminds me of? This like sort of distant fixed angle, not behind the back thing. Like, kind of feels like a mix between Captain Toad and Super Mario 3D World. You know? Like these tiny little puzzle boxes where you move the camera by turning your head. It seems kind of cool. Like they made there's actual content here, which is more than I was expecting. There's something to actually do. There's gameplay. Even if there's only 3 levels and each one is going to have, 5 moons, it's still something. That's weird. I don't remember at any point in Mario Odyssey carrying a keyboard. I remember finding a keyboard player in New Donk City, but I don't remember Mario ever carrying a keyboard around, especially in the Cap Kingdom. But maybe that's some New Game Plus shit. I just don't think I've seen this animation. Okay, so that's Mario. There's a whole minute that they're committing to the... Well, no, I guess not. Wait, what do they say? Is it just like see Zelda in a whole new way? I actually will be very surprised if this is interactive. Oh my god. Pre-rendered cutscenes not compatible with Labo. Am I completely wrong? Is the whole game playable? Holy shit. Okay. Is it straight up just the game? I'm nervous about how well this is going to run, but holy shit. I mean, good on them for just straight up enabling it. That's what they're implying, right? It's just the whole game? What the fuck? Yeah, you need the game already. Andrew Willoughby says 15 FPS. Bro, that's crazy. So, Ufio says, what else could it even be? I thought it would just be like looking around areas of the game. Some of you who are just now tuning in might have missed it, but my hesitance when I was trying to guess what this would be, I didn't think that it would be the whole game playable because, like, I honestly didn't think that would be functional. Like, and my reason, and this is still true, Breath of the Wild runs badly on the Switch. I literally find myself not wanting to go back to it because I've watched like one or two videos too many of people running the Wii U version in Dolphin at like 144 frames a second. And so now when I see footage of that game running on the Switch, it looks straight up bad. And so for the Switch to have to render that game twice for every frame from 2 different perspectives and 2 different eyeballs, like, it's gonna be rough, bro. It's gonna be, unless they've like hyper aggressively optimized it and like reduce the fidelity of all these different character models and environment models. I just don't know how that's gonna work, because Breath of the Wild has a bad frame rate rendering itself once in 720p. How are you gonna render it twice? Victor says the cardboard adds performance. Andrew Willoughby says, imagine having to play while holding your Switch up to your face. How bad is that going to be really? Kind of bad. I do think that I suspect that people are going to come up with their own, like, because it's fucking cardboard. People are going to come up with their own sort of ways to, you know what, the fucking the Labo accessory kit with all that crazy like washi tape. What you're actually supposed to do, I'm sure, is just weave that into your headset and build your own strap. You know, like just tie it around your head that way. That's the strap. Wow, never in a million years would I have expected Mario Odyssey to have more limited functionality. Well, it depends on how you measure it, right? Like on the one hand, Breath of the Wild has more functionality, but it has more content. But the Mario Odyssey shit is like new content. Like I'm way more excited to play these little Mario Odyssey puzzle boxes than I am to play Breath of the Wild at an even lower fidelity than I've already been forced to tolerate from the retail version. Hale says Odyssey is also a hyper-controlled environment. Exactly, and also Vanilla Odyssey ran at 60 FPS, right? So this is really pre-rendered cutscenes not compatible with VR. Whatever. I just think that this is uncharacteristically, like, do you remember when Labo VR got announced, there wasn't even a trailer? And whenever I tweeted shit like, hey, I think it's weird that Nintendo didn't put out a trailer for this when they have for every other Labo kit, including like the vehicle kit, but the VR one doesn't get one. The response I got from people was like, well, you know, they want to manage expectations. Like, they don't want people to think that this is a real VR thing. Like, clearly this is just a cardboard toy for babies. Nintendo's not actually making an entry in VR. They're trying to manage expectations. To me, this is the opposite of managing expectations, where the headline out there is going to be like Breath of the Wild gets VR support. And like, I don't know. Shadow Lord says, what does adding VR suggest for a 1080p Switch? That's an interesting question. I mean, like, all of the news that came out of Japan like a week and a half ago was along the lines of, hey, there are 2 Switch models coming. One is cheaper and has a weird form factor, and one is like a Pro. Like, if the next Switch has a 1080p screen and has more juice, that's a meaningful difference. I've seen it. The Kais says, I was hoping for maybe a first-person option or something over the shoulder. You're not the first person I've seen mention that. Can you, I've already forgotten. In Breath of the Wild, is the archery first person? It's been so long since I played that game. Also, you know what? I meant to slow the speed down and I slowed the quality down. The fact that Nintendo uploaded this trailer in 720. Oh, right. This is the Game Explained rip. Never mind. Yeah, okay, so the archery is still over the shoulder. Fuck, man. I can't decide if it's a good thing or a bad thing that you're going to be aiming a bow, like... Imagine you're trying to shoot a really precise shot in Breath of the Wild and you have to aim by being like... It's going to feel awkward. There's a full 7-minute VR trailer if you haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, I did a react, unless if it's the thing you're talking about from a few weeks ago. I did a reaction to that already on this channel. Hale says they also don't seem to give a shit about motion sickness or artificial locomotion somehow. Yeah, it feels like they're not addressing that at all, man. That's the insane thing to me. Is like, Gabe Time says, can it be played off of VR? So if so, can you play the Mario Odyssey levels without reduced pixel count? They haven't said. I suspect no. But this is crazy. Can't wait for Link's crossbow training VR. Bep says, I don't see your video. Yeah, it was a live stream. Hale is working on a cut down of it. Let's see. Some interesting discussion about, like, Matt Revolution says it'll cause a lot of nausea, so I think this is a bad thing. And then in response, Josh says Matt, have you played Astrobot Rescue or Moss? Here's the thing, though. Astrobot is awesome. I've been playing it a little bit. I'm still like in the first world, so I haven't put a ton of time into it. It doesn't make me super nauseous, though. They're really good about accelerating and decelerating in a way that doesn't make me feel gross. The thing is, though, Astrobot and Moss were both built for VR from the ground up. They were not pre-existing 2016 Nintendo games with VR bolted onto them. I don't think that Mario is going to cause nausea at all. Like, I really don't think that that's going to be an issue. But Zelda might. Like, I think Zelda very much could. Because I just, it's so weird, man. We don't know how Nintendo feels about VR. This is so antithetical, though, to what so many of us thought was going on with them being cautious about Labo VR as some one-off experiment for babies. Like, to put this out, although, again, interestingly, didn't put this on their YouTube channel. Like, just put it on their Twitter, which is insane. Like, whose decision is that? What a weird directive. And Baleria says, the good news is if you get nausea, you can just disable it much easier. Yeah, you just fucking take it off your face. Problem solved. Yeah, this is insanely unexpected and honestly very cool. I never in a million years would have thought they would make the whole game playable. At the same time, I can barely stomach... By the way, why do they have Amiibo off? Maybe because it's hard to use Amiibo when the headset, the whole system is on your face. At the same time, it's cool that they're doing this. It's unexpected that they're doing this. I'm not looking forward to it. I don't really want to play Breath of the Wild in VR because it's gonna look straight up bad. Like, I just don't think that they can magically make the Switch be able to run in VR on a 720p screen a game that it could barely run docked at 720p. Good point. No Captain Space says the amiibos are off because it's a new save file and you don't get it until you get your first rune. True. 144p per eye, 20 FPS VR. That's what I'm saying. The thing is, if Odyssey is if the Odyssey VR shit runs at 60, it's going to be awesome. I honestly don't think that 60 FPS VR is like disgusting. It's really not that bad. But man, playing Breath of the Wild on my TV is distractingly choppy. I'm just whatever. I'm just, ever since I got this fucking stupid G-Sync monitor, I'm like an elitist PC gamer now. This is so interesting, though. Do we have any other news about this? Zabe, I was just wondering this. Zabe TV says, have people modded the Wii U emulator to work with VR? Almost certainly. I'm almost certain that you can. Well, hold on. The Wii U emulator though is not Dolphin. Dolphin VR definitely exists, but I can't remember the name of that Wii U emulator. But Cemu, yeah. I don't know if they have. But the thing is, like, all of a sudden, when does this update come out? I have Labo VR pre-ordered because I'm a psychopath and I'm a huge Nintendo apologist. Is there a date? Yeah, dude. I honestly think that the Nintendo homebrew community is so powerful that they might have like Oculus and Vive support in Cemu running at 160 FPS at 1080p per eye or whatever the resolution is on those real headsets by the time this comes out. Shannon says PC VR for Labo will be better because of performance and 6 degrees of freedom tracking. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, that's also true though. Like, I think that all the articles that have talked about Labo VR that are kind of glowing about it, like even the hands-on stuff, I haven't seen anyone address the fact that Labo VR has no depth perception. In other words, Labo VR can only tell the orientation of the system. It can't tell if it's moving in or out, which means like that's that really means it is truly exactly like Gear VR. Do any of them use the elephant controller? They didn't mention it here. I feel like if they did, they'd have to tell us because the elephant controller doesn't come with every version of the Labo VR kit. So I kind of think also if you notice, like the options here, they call it Toy-Con VR goggles, right? So that's just if I have Nintendo's parlance memorized yet, I think that's just their word for the crazy classical cardboard rig out, like the default one, the first one you build when you get Labo VR. Yeah, look, that one. This joint. So I don't think it's using the elephant controller. I think this is just a straight up situation where you've got your hands on each side of this thing and you're playing it while it's attached to your face. Harry Delamore says Breath of the Wild VR straight up is not possible on the Switch. How is this happening? I think the answer is like, dude, it's so interesting, right? It's so interesting. We don't know. I think that the options are either Nintendo put a lot of time and effort into optimizing it, kind of doubt that, or it runs like shit and they don't care. It runs really bad and they don't give a shit. Josh says, I just realized with this update, emulators on PC might be able to let people rig up some sort of VR support on PC. Well, the thing is, this update is only coming to the Switch version, not the Wii U version. So the code base on the Wii U version isn't going to have some sort of VR support that they'd be able to plug into. I think if they were to do this, it would have to be just fully hacked in the same way VR support is hacked into every N64, GameCube, and Wii emulator. Devin says Nintendo Sys, the carpal tunnel. I was gonna say, like, what if you're leaning back? Like, what if you're laying back on your bed or laying face down in your bed? But the problem is that you need to physically be able to move around. So you just need a fat you just need some good armrests, like I have in my fucking gamer chair, baby. You always press your face onto the Wii U pad. Yeah, yeah. I think maybe you mean the Switch, but I guess you could also do it to the Wii U pad. You're right, actually, because the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild does mirror the display on the bottom screen. It doesn't use a map, so you could just smush your face into that. Just take a Sharpie and draw a line down the middle. It's a good idea. What a weird thing. And so there's no news from Nintendo on this? Maybe the VR is interlaced? The resolution would become the absolute worst, though. Yeah, because if it's a 720p screen split in half to 360p per eyeball and it's interlaced, so its true resolution is like 180p per eyeball interlaced, like, yo, that's gonna look murky. That's gonna look rough. I don't know. It's so interesting. Like it could just be a simple situation of Nintendo was like, we've got this VR shit. They gave it to the Odyssey team and the Breath of the Wild team. It was like, what would you guys do with this if you could do anything? And it's just a philosophical difference of the Zelda team was like, let's put our whole game in VR because that would make some crazy headlines. And then the Mario team was like, what if we made actual content that's a good fit for VR? Like, this is gonna be awesome. And it's so funny, like my main complaint with Labo VR initially was like it bummed me out that Nintendo didn't feel like using, and this is still true, didn't feel like your first Nintendo VR experience should be with Nintendo characters. And that struck me as insane. Like the only reason I wanted Nintendo to get into VR, like I knew if Nintendo ever did VR, they would find a way to make it the jankiest, shittiest VR ever. I knew that their version of VR would be, their hardware is always not their highlight, especially like when it comes to performance and internal specs and stuff. Like I love Nintendo, that's not what they're good at. So I always knew that Nintendo, if they did VR, it would be the equivalent of comparing the Wii U to its contemporaries or comparing the Switch to its contemporaries, and they managed to exceed my expectations in terms of how shitty it's going to be by making it just straight up Google Cardboard on a 720p Switch display they have to hold up against your face. But what I was saying was the whole promise of Nintendo VR, I thought, was you don't know the bears who throw balls at Frog IP? It's about to be a household name after this. Oh, that reminds me, I should grab something. Don't let me forget. But yo, like, hold on. I think the whole promise of Nintendo VR should have been getting to hang out with Nintendo characters in VR, right? Like that's what you actually want to do. That's the whole reason VR would be fun, would be to get to hang out with Mario, not to minimize it too much, but for me, that's a big part of it. So it struck me as weird that they weren't making that an aspect of it. Oh, Boots is back? Fuck, I thought I turned him off. Anyways, let me show you guys something. So, I'm gonna get rid of those boots. I had to do this on my Twitch stream earlier. There we go. Anyways, too many hands. It just feels weird to me. Yeah, dude, Raffle was totally right. Treasure Tracker would make a lot of sense in VR. Let me see if I can't get this down a little. Treasure Tracker would be great. There we go. Anyways, Treasure Tracker would obviously be really good in VR, but I think this is the next best thing. Like, the Treasure Tracker team has been hard at work making new content for that game. They just put out the last update of it, which I still haven't played. Maybe I should stream that. Good idea, Bree. Anyways, it always felt weird to me that they weren't putting it always felt weird to me that they weren't putting their strongest properties like as their best foot forward. You know, that always struck me as odd. I just felt like it was weird that they wasn't like a Mario launch title or something like that. It just seemed weird. And so this seems like kind of a half step where, you know, they don't want to go the full way of producing a whole Nintendo, a whole Mario VR game, for example, or a Zelda VR game. We're not getting a Link's Crossbow Training 2, for example. But that's okay, you know? This is better than nothing, I think. That's just my opinion, though. Hold on a sec. Let me have a big sip. Anyways, I think it's an interesting time as ever to be a Nintendo fan. I think they're doing really interesting stuff. I think this VR experience, at least with Breath of the Wild, is going to be rough, but I think it's okay. Yeah, I mean, we get to be alive for Nintendo's, I keep saying first entry into VR, but obviously that's not what this is. Because, you know, don't make me say it, the Virtual Boy was their true first entry into VR, their true first one. You know, sometimes when people talk about the Virtual Boy, they get angry. You know, when people hear you mention the Virtual Boy, their eyebrows get like this. But not me. I mean, you know, I might raise an eyebrow, but that's about it. You know, that's the most you're gonna get out of me. Anyways, it's a the VR update. Yeah, we can watch it one more time if you want. Oh shit, there was something I was gonna go grab. 1 second. Sorry, I can't find it. Somebody in my Discord pointed out to me that you remember that previous? I'll pull it up. It's not Gone. Don't disparage Gone like that. In that previous Labo VR trailer, wow, I just typed Labo VR into YouTube, and unfortunately this live stream is the third result, so I'm sorry if you came here because you saw Labo VR trending on Twitter and now you're watching this dog shit. Anyways, I want to see the original Labo VR trailer that Nintendo put up, because I learned something interesting. 7 minutes. I thought it was 10 minutes. Alright, here. This joint. So you guys remember, Jesus, these fucking Five Nights at Freddy's ass teddy bears. No, here, this little bastard. None of you guys told me this when I streamed last time talking about this horrible guy. I hate this guy. I think he's disgusting. Every time we look at him, he's either scratching his ass or shoving a full strawberry into his foreskin. God, what an incredible frame to pause on. You can really see the inside there, you know? You can really see deep inside of it. He's a piece of shit. Anyways, the reason you shouldn't relate to that. Keep old photo of him putting a broccoli down there. It's really great. I don't remember seeing anyone mention this, but apparently he was in the original Labo Variety kit, and I never saw him because I never built the house. I'm a fake Labo fan. Yeah, that's what I'm... Oh, okay, well, I was just not looking. Every time he was on screen, I was in a full fucking panty. Alright, some people are saying many people mentioned it. I missed it. Anyways, fuck him, he sucks. Should I just build that kit tonight? The thing is, I've got the Labo Variety kit. Hey, Time for Crab, thank you for joining. You now have Discord access. Thank you for becoming a member. Fucking... Up on my shelf, I've got, like, the Variety kit sitting up there. And I want to meet that guy. I want to meet that pig. Should this turn into a Labo stream? Fuck, he's so gross though. Do I really want to meet him? Also, like, the idea of trying to build Labo shit while my hand is in a cast sounds horrible. So actually, fuck that. I'll wait 2 weeks until this cast is off and then I'll do it. God, he's just such a monster, man. He's such a little piece of shit. But apparently he was in the original game. Fun fact, okay, Victor Gonzalez says the painting in the back of the foreskin monster's room is from an original Nintendo Hanafuda deck. Really? Let me see if there's a shot where they show that painting. That's awesome. I love shit like that. He seems like a trypophobia trigger. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Because he doesn't actually explicitly have a lot of holes on him, but he does activate that same fight or flight physical instinct. What's up, Scratchy? Anyways, he's a bastard and I hate him. But the really scary revelation and the way I don't say that, his mouth is the worst part. The reason I bring him up is because I own the stupid Labo fucking bonus kit with a Hanafuda tape or whatever. Nope, that's the name of the cards. I'm bad at Japan. With the fucking washi tape or whatever, and the sticker sheet. And apparently on the sticker sheet, this little bastard ate my whole internet. Apparently on the sticker sheet, there's a sticker of him, which is troubling news because it means that there's a sticker with that. I don't want to cuss, but that POS. There's a sticker with his face on it in my house. And I didn't know that, and now I know that. That sucks because now every night when I have to, man, my computer's really shit in the bed, huh? Now every night when I go to sleep, I have to know that that guy's in my room with me, or at least a JPEG of him, which is pretty bad. Yeah, put an extra Detective Pikachu post-it note. Just I'm gonna have a shrine on this wall to everything I hate in this world. What the fuck is happening, man? He's haunting my PC. Where's Boots? Hold on a sec. How did I just paste a URL? I didn't even know that was possible. Anyways, I hate that guy. He's no good. He's a bad influence on Nintendo, and they shouldn't put him in any more games. You know what's crazy? I don't remember who was telling me this, but somebody in real life was telling me recently that his video is just cursed. How can I load every YouTube video except for his with no problem? Further proof that he's a monster who shouldn't exist. I heard from people who I trust that the vehicle kit is like actually good. Isn't that weird? It's like actually like it's worth getting. You know, I totally forgot about this, but all this shit was like on sale for like 75% off at Target last weekend, and I told myself I was going to go to Target and buy it, and I fully forgot. Hold on, I have Adobe Premiere open. Don't ask me what I was working on, but maybe that's where all my megabytes are. I was in Adobe Premiere working on this video. Anyways, shut that down. Save that for later. That's my dessert. There we go. Yeah, I should maybe get this. If only because I have a lot of affection for these little terrible square men. Also, it seems kind of possible that like that they would eventually I'm also going to close Photoshop because my performance is lagging. It seems entirely possible to me that they would make some of the vehicle kit stuff and the VR kit stuff work together. Doesn't that seem possible? I gotta open Chrome so I can get my live chat back because I just closed the window with all you guys in it and I miss you already. So you guys can say whatever you want and I won't see it. That's me. That's what I sound like. Pop out chat. Boom. You better be saying nice shit about me or you're all banned. Okay. Double click here. Single click here. It's cute that YouTube thinks I want to watch a Star Fox Zero trailer. Alright, let's see how this runs. I don't really buy the whole $80 for cardboard argument because it's not $80 for cardboard. At least in the VR kit instance, it's $80 for a couple of lenses and cardboard, and a bunch of software developed by the best game developers on earth. So, not to sound like a total fucking crybaby fanboy, but yeah, it's a little reductive. Like it's not drastically more. It's cheaper than Gear VR. You know what I'm saying?
The fun begins right away.
Oh yeah, not Bep. That's not what you were saying. I don't mean you. I know that whenever Labo shit comes up, people get rude. Not you though.
Once you're done,
the thing is, can I really trust myself to, even if I get the vehicle kit for super cheap, which it is right now, you know, it is pretty cheap. Can I trust myself to actually go through with building this? Because fucking, I didn't build the house and I didn't build the piano. So
insert your Joy-Con controllers into the Toy-Con you want to use, and you're ready to play.
Look at that fucking
into the Toy-Con you want to use, and you're ready to play.
Look at that fucking kid. Damn. Okay, Dash from The Incredibles. Where are you going? Where are you going in such a hurry? In your fucking Uniqlo button down and your ankle socks and your fucking gotta blast haircut looking ass driving a fake car. Anyways.
Let's take a closer look. Insert a key.
I do like that. That's fucking insanely stupid. You have to build a cardboard key around the Joy-Con and stick it in the steering wheel to drive it. And then it uses the accelerometer in there to determine the steering.
And steer with the wheel to drive.
It is fucking clever though, man. It's the amount of like functionality they're able to milk out of two Joy-Cons with accelerometers in them is kind of insane. I mean, look at this. The steering wheel up there, so the pedal is using the Joy-Con that doesn't have an IR sensor in it, right? And that's already amazing because you get like the physical feedback and the resistance. And then the steering wheel key thing, you stick the key in, it activates the car. The rotation of the steering wheel is tracked by the rotation of the Joy-Con. The IR camera is tracking you tugging on whatever this startup motor is, which is probably connected to some arcane machinery with reflective IR tape on it. And then there's these two joints up here, which also are IR tape related. It's just so fucking smart, man. How does the pedal stay in place? I don't know. There's probably some sort of rubber thing or something. I remember though when I first got Labo, like my main takeaway while playing with it was, I like that it says drive it like a real car in the corner. My main takeaway with playing with it was like, man, this feels good. Like physically pulling switches and even just like relatively simple shit like the go-kart or the motorbike thing. Like it felt good to use. It felt like the missing other half of VR to me. Like it felt like a compelling physical experience that was more fun, more viscerally fun than playing a game in a VR headset while holding an Xbox 360 controller. You know what I mean? So the idea of this with VR is really exciting. IDK, man. I like what somebody in the chat said a few seconds ago. Micah says, I like to think that you're mostly paying for the idea because this stuff is really clever. I think there's some amount of that. Like what you're paying for is you're writing a blank check for Nintendo's smartest engineers to make insane cardboard shit for years on end. And I'm totally down. I will happily find it. If Nintendo had a Patreon, I would be paying them $100 a month to mail me stupid bullshit like this. You know what I'm saying? Random says, up next, trying to play Labo games without using cardboard. Man, that is a great idea. I'm sure somebody's done that, right?
There's lots more to the car than just the wheel, though.
There's lots more, like a knob, a lever. That is insane, though. So this lever, it's so funny. I oscillate so rapidly between making fun of Labo and having my mind blown by it. There's a lever that's actually tracked and a knob that functions and a lever that you turn to go in reverse. And it has to track all this shit while it's being rotated.
Give the pull cord a tug to pop a speed-boosted wheelie.
Volson says Nintendo's new monthly subscription service, Cardboard Box. Yeah, it's like It's like a fucking nature box or whatever what's the one where they send you all the gamer shit? It's like Star Wars figures or whatever the fuck. What am I thinking of? Loot crate. Yeah, it's Nintendo sends you a loot crate, but then you open the cardboard box and it's empty. There's just dotted lines where you're supposed to fold it up. That was a lot of effort for that not that good joke. I'm sorry.
Then let it go to jump.
Oh, look at those fucking... Uh-oh is right. Look at these doo-doo splatters.
Wheelie. Then let it go
Some
to jump.
fucking Mr. Hanky walk animation type shit. But shout out to Nintendo here. They're using... they're almost using so many doo-doo animations that I can't tell them apart. So like this splatter and this splatter are clearly the same. If you look at the... right up here, this sort of capital Y-shaped doo-doo splatter, you can see it right over here, just rotated slightly. Same with this little out jut. But then this one is clearly a totally separate splatter. They kind of got a McNugget situation where they've got at least 3 distinct shapes.
Uh-oh. The wipers definitely come in handy at a time like this.
Oh, that's for wipers. I haven't actually watched this trailer all the way
With the
through.
knobs on these levers, you can also select a saw blade,
This looks awesome.
a
Why did I not buy this?
catapult, or even the in-game radio.
What kind of fucked up Sims language is that? I have so many questions about this.
Get to refuel. Accurate steering, a responsive pedal, and the
I should just buy this. I should have bought it at Target when it was. By the way, I love the fact that the tiny little stick figure man, when he's backing into the gas station,
Forget to refuel.
he has a little animation where he's going like,
Accurate steering, a responsive paddle, and the ability
he's got his arm over the back seat and he's looking over his shoulder. That's that Nintendo attention to detail, baby. You can't get that anywhere else. He goes like that. That's what he goes like. I love that guy, man. I love this little blue man.
From a Nintendo Labo Toy-Con. Make you feel as if you're really driving. Just what you'd expect from a Nintendo Labo Toy-Con.
This fucked up Simlish man.
But hold
He's a cautious driver, exactly.
up, Master Driver. The fun doesn't stop there.
Oh, it's an electric car. Little Elon Musk type beat.
If you move your key into this Toy-Con,
Victor Gonzalez says, you love Stickman, but you hate Foreskin Man. It's so true.
your vehicle changes into a submarine.
You know what I love about Stickman? Is because they scraped everything extra off of it. He's clean as a whistle.
Rotate the
Why the fuck is this video keep dropping down to 144p or whatever?
wheels, step on the pedal, and explore underwater. The propellers respond to the wheel's movement, so maneuver.
God, you just at a certain point, Nintendo is asking you to dedicate a whole room of your house to this. Like the idea that I would have in anywhere in California would have a big empty enough desk that I could have like the steering wheel, and then I could just like yank the key out and stick it down on top of this submarine controller, which I'm sure is very fun and good to use. It's just a complete pipe dream.
You can even fire out the anchor to do this.
That's an awesome looking little product. The thing is, they all look sick. Like, I wouldn't hate having them on my shelf. On the shelf behind me, like behind all my anime figurines and bullshit, I still have a lot of my Labo stuff. And also, part of Nintendo's argument for the VR kit stuff was that they wanted to make it easier to store, I guess. So in that trailer, there's a shot where you can see all of it like stacked on top of itself relatively neatly. Put the anime figures in the house. That's not a bad idea. Just unfold and refold them every time you want to play them. Exactly. Well, after the first time, it's just muscle memory, so you can just fold it back together easily.
Your vehicle into a plane.
Bree says, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Bree says, it's crazier to think that this was made by a company in Japan, a company that is super crowded with little living space. That is insane. And maybe that's why that they made a major part of the marketing for the Labo VR kit, that it would be easier to store. Extra Tech says, I didn't realize Labo made the crew too. It is kind of the crew too. Can you switch in midair? Look at those water splashes. Look at those. I think it might be the same as the doo-doo splashes, but with a different texture.
Use
Anyways.
the joystick and take to the sky.
Bro, I'm about to get on Amazon and just buy this shit tonight.
Try firing some missiles.
At at at
You can
umbrellas?
choose between these three vehicles at any time. Just use your key to swap. The car
You know,
has
in
an
most games that would be a
additional accessory
button.
to make, a screen stand for your console. Try it with gyro camera control on for an even more immersive experience.
Damn, it actually rotates when you rotate the
Even
steering
more
wheel?
immersive
Or is the
experience.
kid just leaning a lot?
From a parched desert to snowy mountains to
This is... I feel like I should have watched this trailer the first time. This looks awesome. The problem is that if I buy this now, that by the time I get it and I'm done building it, I'm going to be so fucking sick of cardboard that by the time Labo VR comes out, I'm not going to be interested in it at all. Hold on. I'm going to run away for 1 second and refill my water bottle. So that should take exactly 60 seconds. So by the time I get back, we should be back on the desert part. I'll be right back.
the propellers respond to the wheel's movement, so maneuver by skillfully controlling them. You can even fire out the anchor to do this. You can also transform your vehicle into a plane. Use the joystick and take to the sky. Try firing some missiles. You can change between these three vehicles at any time. Just use your key to swap. The car has an additional accessory to make, a screen stand for your console. Try it with gyro camera control on for an even more immersive experience. From a parched desert to snowy
Oh my god.
mountains to
Perfect
savage
timing. Can you believe
swamp,
that shit? Literally right exactly where I left off. How did I do that? That is powerful. Powerfully perfect timing. Okay.
immersive experience.
Micah, you stole the words out of my mouth. This is what I said during the last Labo VR stream. Micah says, imagine if the island was Woohoo Island and you were able to traverse through the island with all these forms of transportation. Yeah, it's like, here's the thing.
For an even more
I
immersive
haven't been to the weird fucked up bird island from Labo VR
Experience.
or whatever the vehicle kit island is called. Does it have a name? There's so much Nintendo lore in here that I haven't explored. Maybe there's a lot of like maybe this world has a lot of identity and character that I don't know about, that I've just written off for no reason. Maybe it's great and I don't know about it.
desert
But yeah, dude, why is Woohoo Island not like an unlockable? Just let me fly around an empty
snowy
Woohoo Island,
mountains,
please.
Savage swamp to a modern
See, look at that. That's the town from the base of the volcano in Woohoo Island, basically. But it's all dumb and Nintendo. I shouldn't use Nintendo Land as a pejorative. I love Nintendo Land, but
city. Explore a
Rowdy Robot requires refueling. Break around. It's like looks like a fucking Settlers of Catan level. Meadow. This looks. Wait a minute. Maybe Vehicle Kit owns. The problem is, if I buy this, I can't stream it on Twitch for you guys because like, there's no way to do that. I just have to enjoy it on my own, like a fucking idiot. Imagine playing a video game for fun and nobody's watching you. What's the point?
mysterious world as you complete objectives.
What the fuck? Humans. This is actually fascinating. These scary humanoid statues over here look a lot like the humanoid statues in the VR Toy-Con garage that are like some of the prefab models you can build games around.
Adventure.
Whoa, I was not expecting that.
Explore a
Are there any humans in this
mysterious
world? I hate to immediately like jump to that. I know every Nintendo thing is secretly in the post-apocalypse. I know Splatoon, humans have been dead for 1 trillion years.
objective.
Oh, that sumo wrestler was also
Modern city.
shows up in the VR
Explore
thing.
a mysterious world
Sumo wrestlers get hot and thirsty too. God, you don't have to tell me.
as you complete objectives and adventure.
What was I saying? I got distracted by the sumo wrestlers. What a surprise to see another completely normal human in a place like this. What is going on? I need to do a deep dive on this lore.
As you complete
Pronto.
objectives and adventure.
My my worst fear is that average human is its name and it's a UFO. What the fuck is going on in this world? What the fuck is going on? The thing is, I know that if I plugged my Switch into my dock and tried to capture footage of any of this, even if I wiggled my Thank you, Kagaya, for subscribing on Twitch while I'm streaming on YouTube. You can't really, maybe you can't see it, but it says average human right there in white text. Yeah, that's a little crossover between Twitch and YouTube there. It never really didn't even occur to me that could happen. Anyways, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? There's so much lore here that I haven't. I know, right? It says it takes place between Nier Gestalt Replicant and Nier Automata. Yeah, this was written to take place between those two. I think. So humans are like extremely dead in this world, right? There's no other way to.
Friends get to their destinations.
Oh, he's freaking out. It's a great selfie. What the fuck? This game looks amazing. It's really incredible that Nintendo hates streaming so much that they managed to make a game that's literally unstreamable. Dude, Bep, that's the thing, is I want to make a video about the Labo lore, but if there's no way to capture it, what the fuck am I supposed to do? No, I gotta read that. You know what? I love a Maui head. Fucking Rhythm Heaven taught me to love Maui heads. Oh, spoilers. What the fuck? Just why buy the game?
Car, submarine, and plane to complete a variety of missions.
Per brood. Mega says you can capture it, but you have to have the tablet in the dock. Will that actually work though? Because my concern is that like Nintendo is vigilant enough that like I can imagine there being a pop-up on the screen when you dock it that says like this game must be played in portable mode. Isn't that easy to imagine that Nintendo would have thought of that and they'd be like, oops, it's got to be portable. Like that's, I know Nintendo, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, this game's out. You guys might know better than I did. Micah says I did it with the Labo Variety Kit. You can play Vehicle Kit on the TV. Oh shit. Well then what the fuck? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm being a dumbass. Hey Alexa, how much does Labo Vehicle Kit cost?
The top search result for Labo Vehicle Kit is Nintendo Labo Toy Con 03 Vehicle Kit Switch. It's $59.27 on Amazon.
I don't know if you guys could tell, but did you guys hear the way she said that? She said Labo Vehicle Kit. Toy-Con Labo Vehicle Kit 03. $60 seems like a lot. I should have just fucking bought it when it was on sale a couple weeks ago. I love that Nintendo Labo.
In Rally, you pass through checkpoints as you race to the goal.
Bro, I'm sold. Stop showing me stuff. I'm gonna buy it.
Fuel in this mode, so don't go wandering off course. Circuit is a racing game with twists. You can launch punches.
It's a racing game with a twist called There's No Other Humans. It's a racing game with a twist called It's the first racing game to not have multiplayer in over 20 years. That's the twist.
Battle your opponents as you speed for the finish
Damn, it's
line.
got that monkey fight punching. Do you think all these games will retroactively get VR support?
Spot where you're going just fast enough to leave the pack without flying off the course. You and up to 3 friends.
That's so fucking stupid. That has happened 0 times outside of Kyoto, Japan. Never once anywhere in the United States of America have 4 people bought the Labo Vehicle Kit. A, because they sold 3 copies of this in America. But the idea that 4 people bought the Vehicle Kit is already insane. They all got together with their pedals to play the slot car racing game multiplayer. You're on crack cocaine. You were fully on crack if you think that that's ever happened. That's so stupid. Would love to be the first person to ever do that. I love that crossover shit, man. Oh, make your own slot car races. That's kind of awesome.
Battle features intense one-on-one automotive combat. Strike your opponent.
What the fuck, man? This is amazing. This truly is. I made that joke too early. This is exactly like the monkey ball monkey fight mode where you're boxing.
Now, take advantage of a variety of power-ups.
Damn, you know what this is? This is the evolution of that We Play tank game.
Turbocharge your punches, boost your speed, make you bigger, and more.
Make you bigger.
Charge your punches, boost your speed, make you bigger, and more.
Some of it was grammatically correct is all.
You can even
that
make
looks
your own
fun.
Arenas. Arenas you've made have destructible terrain.
Bro.
In the paint studio, you can use the Toy-Con spray can to
The Toy-Con spray can. The Toy-Con spray can. I really love that phrase. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Toy-Con spray can.
personalize your in-game vehicle. Feels just like a real spray paint can. It works like one too. Customize every inch.
I love
just
this
the way you
announcer.
like. You can use stencils to paint shapes too.
What?
Quite like
What
seeing
the
your work
fuck?
come to-
Are you serious? My jaw fucking dropped. You can use stencils? You have to make a stencil out of like non-reflective IR tape. That's so fucking cool.
You can use stencils to paint shapes.
Nintendo's awesome, man. It's the shittiest looking. Why is it so poor? Like the jaggiest, worst, most artifacted. It's so awesome. Do you guys remember when like the Joy-Cons got revealed and we were like, okay, but what's the IR kit for really? What could you actually use that for? The answer is this. It's not even like letting them. There's like a huge gap in between the 3D model where it won't let you spray paint, and they just left it
There's
in.
nothing quite like seeing your work come to life.
Bro, this fucking owns.
Say, how does this stuff work anyway?
Just wondering this. Okay, so this is kind of what I expected. Reflective tape on both of these levers. I don't know how the knob works though. That doesn't, unless there's like, yeah, what is the knob doing? I wonder. So it's looking at these fixed ones when you rotate the steering wheel to rotate the camera. So the Labo, the Joy-Con is connected to the steering wheel. So when the steering wheel turns, it can tell that everything in its vision is rotating. And then this is the one that you use to go in reverse, and then this is the one that you crank 3 times from left to right to start the car.
It's pretty high tech, but have no fear. In Discover, you'll find loads of handy, interactive tutorials that explain how each Toy-Con works.
Wow, that's how the submarine one works? That's
You
awesome.
can start inventing new Toy-Con and new ways to play.
It's so funny that like Nintendo's insistence that Joy-Con plural is still Joy-Con, and that logic applies to Toy-Con. It's so funny to hear this human man and completely naturally be like, you can start to invent new Toy-Con. Like, that sounds so weird.
To understand the how, you can start inventing new Toy-Con.
Is the audio too quiet? Hold on. Let me turn it up. Tell me how this sounds.
New ways to play in Toy-Con Garage.
That should be better.
If you do this, what should happen? Connect input and output nodes to create your very own games and gadgets.
What the fuck?
Input and output nodes to
This is just a sort of a
If
bad
you do this,
physics-driven monkey ball
what should
game,
happen?
but
connect input and output nodes to create your very own games and gadgets.
I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with this musical instrument.
Connect input and output nodes to create your very own games and gadgets.
It sucks ass.
In a feature that's brand new to Nintendo Labo called Custom Controls, this kit lets you make your own controllers for the games that come with the
Damn,
kit.
also this music just goes hard. Like, fuck the announcer. Listen to this music.
This kit lets you make your own controllers for the games that come with the kit. Use your original Toy-Con creations in whichever game in the kit you want.
It's so fucking funny, man. Some shitty, like, yellow tape. He's got a witch's broom. It's not a normal broom, man. That's not a broom that you have in your house. That's a straight up witch's broom that he stole from a swamp. Ah, outside of a witch's house. That's the funniest fucking thing. You can't sweep your house with that, bro. That is purely for witchcraft and wizardry. That you fucking went to Dumbledore's secret castle, fucking 9 3/4 Diagon Alley
Let your ideas
type
run
shit.
free.
God damn. And she's got the boxing gloves. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a fucking second. You might, at first you might...
Your ideas run.
Okay. Okay. I need to calm down. I need to calm down, but this is fucking 100% crazy. Look at this.
Free.
They got the boxing gloves, but also it's a Joy-Con on the back of the bouncy ball here. It's for that custom controls. And then presumably there's also a Joy-Con inside the boxing glove, but really this is just the fucking... How is that... what is that controlling? Acceleration?
Make something like this.
Bro. What is this? It's a real ass steering wheel from some farm equipment attached to what appears to be like a... It's either like a leather, like a whip, like an erotic whip. It's coming out of a wooden box. And then there's like pedals from a drum kit down there too. Yeah, that's a good question. How many Joy-Cons is this fool using? Like... One, two. He's using at least 3. Is that allowed?
Even this.
I said even this. Like this is actually fucking feasible. This fucking boy who is simultaneously 9 and like 38 fucking tapped into his fucking Dexter's Lab Joy-Con collection and bought all these. That's absurd. I really love it. What the fuck was that, bro? Oh, woo. Oh, it's no use. Howling's no fun unless you're somewhere nice and high up, says Howly Hound. My favorite Nintendo character, Howly Hound. Boss human. I want to know so much about the weird alien human lore in this game. I've escaped from cages you couldn't even fit into. Just try and catch me. There's so much dialogue, man. I gotta buy this. Am I a real Nintendo fan or not, man?
Play, discover. Nintendo Labo Vehicle Kit. Oh, and one last thing. The Toy-Con car can also be used as a controller in the game Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
The game Mario Kart 8. Bro. Will I stream myself building it? Once my hand is working, I'm totally open to doing a Labo stream where I just set up a couple cameras.
Nintendo Labo Variety.
This is the Variety Kit trailer.
Right out of the box,
I have
Nintendo
this right now.
Labo offers many cardboard sheets.
What an awesome, what an incredible sentence. What an incredible... You guys have... This is your first chance to make an impression on people with Labo. And the first thing you say is right out of the box, it comes with many cardboard sheets. That's your opening bars, dog? That's the first thing you want to... All right, you guys, you can tell customers one thing about this brand new Nintendo product. If you had one line to sell this to people, if you could just say one thing, let people know why they need to spend $90 on this, what would you tell them?
Right out of the box, Nintendo Labo offers many cardboard sheets.
It does. It does, in fact, offer many cardboard sheets. If you were worried that there was going to be a shortage of cardboard sheets in the Nintendo Labo, fucking no need to have no fear because there's no shortage.
And the game software. With
That's
these
really nice,
sheets,
though.
you can make your own cardboard toy controllers. Toy-Con Creations.
There he is. There he is. There's the bastard. Didn't even have to.
Cardboard toy controllers. Toy-Con.
You know what we should do? You know what we should do while I'm live? Fucking I'm pretty sure, because I don't own any physical Switch games except Labo, so I kind of think that if I fucking just scroll to the right far enough, it'll be in here. Wait, there it is. But it looks like the cartridge is missing? Let's see. Insert the game card. What the fuck game card would I have in my Switch if it's not that? Sorry, I'm lifting up my Switch. The game card in here now is... drumroll. Sonic Mania Plus. Okay, hold on a sec. All right, man. Just for a second. Oops. Oops a daisy. Just look at that, man. That is some good box art right there. And then inside, let's see if it's in there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Variety Kit 2, baby. It's weird how Switch cartridges are facing forward. Alright, I've got, you guys, don't worry. I got Sonic Mania back in the correct box. No need to freak out. Yo, they actually use the holder thingies. You mean the little cardboard thing? Show us the box for the variety kit. It's fucking, I don't know where it is, man. It's like in a closet in my closet. How tiny am I right now? Am I too tiny? I'm trying to imagine if someone's watching on a phone. They'd be like, this man's too tiny. Let's see what happens when I... Dude, Zeznesh, I fucking have your back on that. Let's see how far we can get. Oh, that's awesome, Zabe. I'm happy to hear it. This is the thing they don't tell you, is that these shits take 210 minutes to build. Hold on, I'll make me bigger for you. Too big? Hey. Fix it. This music kicks ass, bro. What the fuck? That says I haven't seen gameplay yet. You know what's amazing? I haven't used my Switch yet since I got this cast put on my wrist. I can kind of use the Joy-Cons pretty comfortably. Kind of nuts. Let's go see what the aquarium is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is what I was afraid of. It has to right Joy-Con to the piano. Skip. Let's scan the card I made. I don't know what button it thinks I should press, so I'm just going to press face buttons and all sorts of... Uh-oh. The fuck is that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I saw something. Scan it. Alright, maybe I picked a bad one. I'm trying to hack the Labo, baby. Let's try one that's not. Oh god, it wants me to touch the touchscreen for this, but I can't. Because it's docked. Can't do shit, actually. Push ZL and ZR. It's not doing anything. Pressing them. Plus and minus don't really do anything either. Maybe if I like booted the game up in portable mode and then docked it really quickly. Somebody was saying try the house one, even though I haven't built the house. Let's see how this goes. You need to have 3 Joy-Con hooked up. I don't even think I have 3 Joy-Con. Done. Okay, it fell down my shirt. This fucking guy, man. I hate this guy so goddamn much, bro. I didn't know that he was on my Switch already. Oh, there's the Hanafuda art that you were talking about.
So, without further ado,
get up, you piece of shit. Stand up. You fuck.
First up,
get up, you fucker.
Touch the screen to steer it however you like. The secret lies in the HD rumble technology.
Get up, you little coward.
Right.
Where'd he go?
Open this up and you can see all the hidden functionalities packed in there.
Well, he died.
This footage shows you what the Toy-Con RC car sees. There's actually
Is there a microphone on the Joy-Con? Can I whisper to him to fuck off?
It allows the RC car to steer itself by recognizing visual markers. And even see
is this mostly like a touchscreen based one? Is that the idea? Well, look at the physics as I move the Joy-Con.
Oh yeah, you may have noticed some bonus parts. The kit includes a bunch of these things. Next.
What did I do? Did I hit spacebar? I muted it. It should be fixed now. Insert the 3. Oh, that's the thing that I'm not going to be able to emulate. There's no touchscreen on this one. I know none of them will work. This is just a fun experiment to see if it's possible. Hey, it is possible to capture. Oh, whoa. What did I do? How did I do that? I want to drown him. I want to drown him alive. Let's try the other. Look, he's tiptoeing in his Jordans. Tiptoeing in my Jordans. Wait, look, what's wrong with the TV? Fucking Missing No is on it. Don't you fucking look at me. Don't you get close to me. Maybe like I tricked the IR into thinking that one of the shits was in front of it, and that's why the water faucet showed up? What the fuck? Whoa. Oh, you're right. His skin does have a little bit of physics to it, doesn't it? How do I drown him? I'm literally going to build this house tonight with one fucking hand just so I can murder this guy. Stop it. Stop walking. The curtains show up when it thinks you took the Joy-Con out of the house. Interesting. Pop and Pops are there speed runs of this game? Good question. I'd like to believe so. Can I do... This one might work. Okay. Stop checking. It's good, I promise. Okay. Red one goes like this. Blue one goes like this. Twist the right handlebar to start. Let's get it. Oh, we're in first person, boys. Wait a second. Oh shit. I was gonna say I could just grab the motorbike kit. That's my hand. I was gonna say I could just grab the motorbike kit because I've got it built right behind me, but that won't fucking work because I won't be able to stream it. It's upside down. Let's drive on that big nose, baby. One of a kind. Wait a minute. Which way is it supposed to be facing? I've got them both upside down. Wait a minute. I want third person. Yeah. So the left Joy-Con is used for acceleration and the right Joy-Con is used for camera angle. So like the tilt. This is my nose. I'm drifting on my nose. That's my eye hole. We're in my eye hole. Let's see if we can do a fun jump over my nose here. Whoop. That was nice. Let's check out this crowd. Riding Wizard. Yate Motors. What does yate mean in Japanese? I'm sure someone in the chat speaks Japanese. What does yate mean? I want to check out this crowd more though. Oh yeah. I like the kind of the bigger guy in the orange shirt a lot. I like the person in the blue raincoat who's crossing their arms. They're not enjoying the show. Just a real crowd of characters. Look at this top-down perspective on everyone. The little lands. Yata means hooray. But I don't know what yate means. Look at the dirt bike track I left on my own fucking face. I'm gonna go to a tattoo parlor tonight and get this exact tattoo. Loop around my nose and oh shit, we're going. Let's learn about these fake brands. Wild Rex. This HD Rumble is really good, I gotta admit. Wild Rex and Riding Wizard. I'm just fully... Oh shit. Good drift. A little bit fun. With the production value of Wii Sports, but it's only as fun as we play. Why do I keep accidentally drifting? Look at the beautiful handkerchief physics on the back of my neck. I gotta love that. Visceral. You know what? 11 points. Alright, that was very educational, I think, for everyone involved. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. So it went on way longer than I expected. But we learned that it is theoretically possible to capture footage from the Labo. It's helpful info to have. Yeah, man. Maybe I'll make a damn YouTube video about Labo lore. Sounds like a big, expensive commitment. I'm not sure I would make my investment back on that. But you never know. Alright, that was fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you guys again for hanging out. It was a very fun, nice stream. I'll be back in commission soon. Can't really hold a game controller right now with my hand all fucked up the way it is, but I'm learning to use a mouse again, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I'll be back at 100%. It's faster than you can say Nintendo Labo. Thank you guys very much. And I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and also, usually I stream on Twitch, but I make an exception when there's like a Nintendo trailer to shit my pants over. So if you follow me on Twitch, you'll see me do video games. Thanks for gaming.